Hello everyone and welcome back to our series on using Google Sites with your colleagues in a work environment or in a school environment with students or for your professional website. So this is really the last video I'm going to make in this series. We'll do maybe perhaps an advanced one later as more options become available. I really want to look at a few aspects today, which would be how to organize your pages on your website and also how to share and publish your website. So let's go back to that sample website we've been sort of using as a tool to look at all the various all the various features, excuse me. So we have our home page up here. We have our sub page that we looked at, just so we were adding some different elements, okay? Then we also had all of our embedded examples that we looked at. And then I was showing you some examples of how to use 360 photos as another way to embed content, right? So I kept on making pages and new pages and new pages. Now up here we have sort of the menu of all the different sub pages. Well, you can change that, and it could be side navigation, which looks a little bit different. So now if I click on the bars there, my menu comes up here about my home page, my sub pages, and all my different embedded pages, right? So you can sort of choose which one looks better for whatever you're trying to accomplish, all right? But over here was working on adding pages, the page section there. So make that a little bit bigger. So there's my home page that I've been working on, and when I click on that, it brings up the home page. Now that sample looks funny here because I'm making this side look really big, but it won't look like that when we actually have it as a preview of the site. Then I have that first sub page that I made, right? Then I have the embedded examples, and then I have those 360 photos we were looking at. So I can actually go to the home page now, and every time you click on a page, there's these little buttons here, and it gives you some options. You can make a copy of this page, which would actually, duplicate that page exactly what you wanted. Now that might be a good feature if you were adding some consistency in your content, and then you want to perhaps make some minor edits to the additional page that you copied rather than starting from scratch, right? Building all your content again. So maybe you had nice images on there, you had a great layout, you had some maps on there, whatever you had, and you want to maybe just tweak a few aspects for another page. Making a copy of that page is a great idea. Okay, I can also add a sub page right underneath it, which would just create a new sub page. Okay, so I'll just press done. Okay, and there's a sub page underneath the home page, okay, which is fine. Let me just sort of delete that. Okay, so now I have another page. It's not my sub page, it's just obviously a page that I was working on. Okay, and then the same thing is here. You can sort of again make this your home page. You can make a copy of it. You could add a sub page underneath it. So you can add pages under pages, which is certainly fine. Or you could hide it from navigation. Maybe you don't want anybody to actually see that. So those are your options for all the different pages that you're making. You can also change the order of your pages. If I just click on this, I can move it around. Okay, so I can actually, bring that page ahead of the sub page, or I could move it down below. And then if you go to your side navigation, it changes it there as well. Okay, so that's just kind of a nice way to sort of look at that. Okay, so if I go back to here, I could also make all of these a sub page of the home page. Now what happens when I do that? I just go under here, and then I do that, and then I do this. Okay, so in terms of navigation now, you have your home page, and then it just kind of indents them. It really hasn't changed much. It looks the same way. It's just in terms of organization, people think this is now the home page for sure, and there are some sub pages that relate back to that home page. It's just really the way you want to organize it. Okay, you could always even add a sub of a sub. All right, or if I don't want this to be the sub page, I just drag it. I could drag it out. Okay, or I could take this and I could drag it out. Okay, and I can get out of it being a sub page. Okay, so really this is kind of a nice easy way to sort of manipulate your pages, work them around, organize them, and you can always add pages. And you can always filter pages too, and by just searching for the page, and only show you that one page if you had a lot of pages that you were actually working with. Okay, so that's a really easy feature. I had that one student example up. They kind of had a home page, then they made one for Alexander Hamilton, and they had their Civil War photos pages, which is very easy for them. Okay. Now the other thing I really want to talk about today, which I think is really important, is that remember you can share this website with others to make it a collaborative example. So I'm going to just click on the share button. Okay. And now this looks like your usual dialog box for anything you're working with Google. Okay, so you have a draft. Specific people can edit it, publish. Anyone can find and view the website. Okay, and I'll explain what that means. I'll publish in a little bit. I'm the owner of it, but then I can invite people, right, to actually help me edit this website. Okay, and then you could prevent editors from publishing the website. Maybe you only want to have the right to publish it or add new people. You can make that an option. And then again, once you add the emails, maybe they can only view it, but they can't edit it. So you can sort of play around with this, which is really kind of nice. But you can add editors, and that was great because I had about 4 or 5 students working on this website together, which was really great because this was a collaborative project. They were all working on it together at this exact same time. It looks just like when you edit a Google Doc collaboratively, meaning that you have all the people's names showing and their different colors, and everybody's view is up over here, so you can see who's working on your website at the exact same time. It's a very convenient process. Okay. Now, the other aspect which is really important is that once you're done with your website, no one can really see it yet until you really press publish. So I'm gonna just go here and publish, and I don't want to publish the site obviously because it's not really great shape. But here's what you're going to get. You have the sites the default is going to be sites.google.com/view, and then you can make it anything you want. So I can go like Canisius ed tech, and no one's taken that yet. It searched it really quickly, and now that could be my website, Canisius ed tech. And who can visit my site? Anyone can visit it. Now I can manage that to me only, perhaps not. So I go to manage that, I can put down only specific people can view my website, which is fine. And then I can request public search engines to not display my site. If I really don't want anybody to really find it, that's fine. If not, it will be out there publicly. Okay, and then once you press publish, that's it. This is the URL for your website, and it is a real live working website that anyone can view and search for. So that's really easy. Now here's a really important aspect. If you go back after you've published your website and you make some changes, you just have to hit the publish button again. Okay, so those changes won't be released to the public unless you hit the publish button again, and then it'll be fine. Okay, so that was pretty easy. So now after all these websites, please feel free to dive into Google Sites, make some great content for your company, make some great content for your students. Great student portfolio projects are here to be in the making. All right. Well, thanks everyone for watching these, and have a great day. Take care. Bye-bye.